Hello my fans, Njeri Kariuki Nje ukipenda hapa, and today I will be telling you why I never went to Germany. Nilikuwa katika safari ya kuenda Ujerumani. Sawa? So, first things first. Niko na pointers kidogo in case nisahau, nimeziandika na angalia hapa chini. Kwa hivyo ukiona nimefanya hivi, just know that it is because I am trying to remind myself the main points that I want to deliver to you, my fans. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Today I'm gonna tell you of how I began. Yani just keep it locked. So first of all, tuanze na nini? I wanted a better lifestyle for myself, of course, in this nation of ours. It's a third world country. Tuko Kenya, tuko na madeni za China, unaona, Shylock, mabenki, wamama wa soko. Nikaona no, this is not it. I have to look for something else. I started looking at options zenye zinaweza nipeleka majuu, nikiwe anti wa majuu, unaelewa? So number one was I started looking online. I started researching like everybody else. Unaingia YouTube, unaingia Google, una make calls, unajua mtu anafanyanga hii, unajua mtu alienda majuu na hii njia, you know, vitu kaa hizo. I researched for like 4 months hivi, and I came across Germany. Germany ilikuwa na options mob. They had so many options, and if you're 18 to whatever age to baadaye, imagine you're eligible to go to Germany. So you can attract. Sikukuwa 18 at that time, I was like 20 something, 20 something. So niko eligible. In Germany unaweza enda from 18 years. When you become a resident there, you know, whether it's a permanent resident or you're working, you get your working visa, or you're getting married. There's so many options of going and living in Germany. So they attracted me, and I started following up. Number one, I had a dream of going to the US too. I started with the UAE, then US, then Europe. And to me, German was like the easiest. Not the easiest, but the most, the closest ku accomplish, you know. So mimi huyo nika research online na nikaona actually Germany ni rahisi. Si rahisi sana, lakini it is better than so many other countries where you are needed to sijui provide your bank statement, you need sijui nini, yani mambo mingi. Germany was a bit fair, well, in terms of documentation. Hivyo ndio nikaanza safari. So the first thing I did was getting a passport. Of course, you cannot get out of the country without a passport. So I got my passport. Na nakwambia, hii Kenya hii, sitasema ni nani na sitasema ni kwa nini nilipiga hiyo simu. 15k zilikunywa maji. Juu ya nini? Niko na form nimeona na nataka passport as soon as possible, because I knew in my head that the requirements that the German government needs naweza meet. Sawa? So hadi kitu siko nayo ni hiyo kitu inaitwa passport. Mimi hiyo nikapiga simu mbio, zilikunywa maji, lakini nilipata passport within a very short period. Don't ask me how, don't ask me with who, by who. Please, I just went, nikapanga line, nikapata passport kama wale wengine. Sawa? So, nikaanza kitu inaitwa planning. I started planning on what I want when I get there. Nikaanza kupanga. Nikaanza kuona nimejenga, nikaanza research ya hizi estates zinauzwa ni milioni ngapi. Yani I had so many dreams. Nikaanza kuona nitakuwa prosperous in terms of I'll be in majuu, I'll continue my education, nitaenda my masters, niende nipate PhD. Yani I had so many dreams which I still have. It's not like they're dead or anything, but that time ndio nawaambia. So from there nikaanza kufanya make plan, kuchora my vision board, and I did all that. So number 2 reason yenye ningetaka sana kuenda, I wanted to explore beyond borders. Of course, nani nataka kuishi kwa country moja for the rest of your life? That was my other reason for wanting to go outside the country. And reason number 3, it was because I was tired of mark timing. You know, you're working, you have a good job, you have a good pay, your life is good, but unasikia, nimemark time sana, I need to move. And moving means if I can afford or if I can be able to move out of the country, the better. So mimi ni nani? mimi ni nani? Nikaanza upelelezi, ufuatilizi, research na nikapata country German. So pale kunaitwa, nitakuita vipi, nipe capital city ama capital moja ya Germany. Bayern, here I come. Munich, inaitwa Bunchen, here I come. Maisha nayo ni nani? Yeah? Mimi hapa nawapigia story. So, number 1, tuanze kutafuta shule, because qualifications, number 1, for you to be able to go to Germany or to some Schengen countries, you have to learn the language. That is some requirements zenye most of those countries huwa wanataka. Most of these Schengen countries zinahitaji language as part of the qualification ya kuenda huko. Schengen countries ni gani? Unashinda nje, what are you talking about? Schengen countries include German, Belgium, Switzerland, Sweden, Finland. Ni kadhaa. Wacha tufike hapo kwa Finland and ukaangalie which are the Schengen countries in the European continent, sawa? So most of these countries you're required to have a language, you know, that you can be able to communicate, because most of them language mingi si za English. I mean, countries mingi hawaongei English language as their national language. They work with their mother tongue. I would say mother tongue. Sijui nitaziitaje. Apparently I was also shocked kama wewe, a few number wenye hamkuwa mnajua, Europe, the whole of Europe does not speak in English. So I had to learn a language which was German. Mimi huyo Nairobi town kutafuta shule. Apparently there are so many schools that funza Germany. No, not Germany. What I was saying, that teach German language. Okay, Germany is a country, German is the language. So I went to Goethe Institute. There's another one called German Institute. There's another one called, I don't know, there's so many schools, about 4 or 5 of them. I chose one, I sat down, nikasikiza classes, and I did my exams, and I was good to go. So ndio uweze kufika huu Ujerumani, you need to be employed, not like you need a contract. From ile research nilikuwa nimefanya, whatever I was going to do in Germany, at least that is what I needed from my employer. Lucky enough, imagine uko online, uko class, our teacher told us, if you want to go haraka, just start applying now. I made a profile, a nice CV. It was pleasant. Na nakwambia, favor nayo nakuanga nimeangukia. I have favor. Maybe when I knock on a door, like I knocked on YouTube, and decided to subscribe. That is how I knocked on that door and I got that job. Imagine, my employer decided to tell me that I'm hired. She sat down with another, whoever was, I had 2 employers. They sat down, they decided that, hiya, this girl is good. They are good, you know. Nikasikia poa, by the way. Wakaniambia, hey, we loved you so much. You carried yourself so well on the interview. Now we're speaking in German. My name is Masinjari Kariki. Ich komme aus Kenya. Ich wohne in Nairobi. Ich bin... yeah. Unacheza. Nilikuwa nayo, by the way. Right now si hata sijui nitaongea aje. But anyway, I tried. I did A1, I did A2. I was about to do B1. And then, whatever story I'm about to tell you, it can happen. Sawa? So, tuko wapi? Tumepata kazi. Employer amekubali kunipea contract na akanitumia. Mimi ni mtu ameandikwa kazi. Kitu sijafanya ni kuenda kuripoti kwa kazi. I needed papers for that to happen. The papers. Number 1, I had to pass my medicals. Number 2, I had to pass my exams. The German language exams. Number 3, I had to get my visa approved. Okay? And now the passport, the birth certificate, the hizi certificates za shule zenye ziko na muhuri. Inaitwa nini? The ones that you can confirm. Verified. Oh my God. Verified papers. Okay? That is what I was trying to look for. Mutajua sijazoea kuongea hii nini sana. I'm used to speaking in German. So please forgive my English. But anyway, that's not the point. I had to verify my papers and they were good. They were good. My employer liked them. I liked them too. Sikafika ya kwenda medicals. medicals, there's a requirement, a specific requirement that unahitajika kukuwa nayo. Number one, of course, unafaa kupita hizo ma TV and all that, but for this specific kind of job, I had to be a single person, not a single person who is dating, like single without a responsibility of being a parent. Sawa? I had to be a young lady, not a young mother. Right now I'm a young mother. I needed to be a young lady with no child. Mimi huyo medicals. Sikuwa hapo sasa. Pimwa TB nini, lakini unafaa kukua haujapata mtoto before. Why? Because it is a responsibility that is going to carry the whole of you, your mind, your body. You're going to be so exhausted because of course you're in a different country. They cannot carry a child. They cannot carry your child muende na yeye kazi kwa sababu it's more of voluntary work. You move from one town to another. And it is a lot. And it needed somebody who had no other responsibilities apart from hizo zenye umepewa kazi ya zenyewe. Simi I was eligible. Tuko hapa hospitalini tunangoja results za medicals. Who told you I was not pregnant? And in fact, I was 11 weeks pregnant. Going to Germany. To do what? To do a young lady's job. Now I am a young expectant mother. Going to do a young lady's job. I told my employer, nikamwambia sasa kako kwa mwili. What to do now? Akaniambia, "Wait, Mercy, what happened, young lady? It is what it is. It's God's time and I'm about to become a mother. So what happens to my job?" And she told me, "Unfortunately, is a Jew." Akusema na Kiswahili though. Just trying to shorten the language. Akaniambia, "I'm so sorry, but we cannot. Because you can't be a mom, you can't leave your child behind in Kenya and come to Germany and start working, and you're gonna be needed to work for so many hours, for so long, for I think 3 years, you'll be learning and working at the same time. So please, let's just cancel this job offer." My God. Wewe unajua nilikuwa nimeenda hadi Isili kutafuta suitcase ya kwenda nayo German. Let me tell you, hivyo ndio safari yangu ilifikia mwisho ama ilisimama. Sidhani imefika mwisho because of course there's so many ways I could go to Germany as a tourist. I can go there as a tourist, which has no many limitations like the job offer that I had. So tuseme nini, hapo ndio nilifikia. Safari yangu ya kwenda Ujerumani haikuendelea. But right now I have other options. If I decide kuenda, some places I can decide to go with my baby is very possible. But right now I'm just here, I'm just chilling, I'm just enjoying my motherland before we rejuvenate, before my baby grows. At least nikue hapa as she grows, anionaone. Otherwise, it was a long journey. It was ukiniona hapa nimekaza inauma because I've been in Berlin, but looking at my baby, I'm so grateful because God decided to bless me at that time. I'm very grateful. Yeah, and also have learned a few lessons because I had planned. Mimi nilikuwa nimejiona kwa ndege. I knew I'm going with Ethiopian Airlines. What do you mean? I knew my first stopover will not be in Netherlands. It will be in either Turkey or Qatar. What are you talking about? Nilikuwa nimejipanga hizo vitu zote, but lessons learned, we plan, but God does, okay? And also, God's time is the best, okay? And lastly, we cannot control what is happening beyond us. We don't have control of much. We live one day at a time, yeah. So I had an actual opportunity to go to Germany, as I've said. From 18 years, you're eligible to go to Germany, by the way. So if you're there, uko na inspiration ya kwenda Germany, you can talk to me. Yeah, people are moving all over. Mtajua kuna watu wanalelewa. So life must go on as mine went on. If you're interested, I could at least share a few things that I did na nikamanage kupata an actual employer who sent a contract. So please talk to me and subscribe to this channel. I can be talking more about my journey and how I prepared to go to Germany. And also, if you have questions on how you can, if you're 18, if you've just finished your high school, you don't know what to do in your life, please, Germany is calling you. Germany is calling you, my girl, my guy. Men to women. Yeah, and it's a very safe country. Huko hakuna kunyanyaswa, hakuna kufinyiliwa. So maybe unaweza taka kujua, unaweza niongelesha. Write down in the comment section if you're interested in that kind of a story. I was just sharing my story of why I'm here in Kenya, still struggling with the money and the finances, you know. But anyway, I'm just trying to air out my frustrations of not being in Germany and my joys of being in Kenya with my baby. Of course, it's a real joy and I'm loving it. But there's a plan I had, it didn't work out. I thought I'd share. Maybe you can learn a thing or two, Apple. Okay? So please subscribe. Subscribe, guys. It's not me, it's the German language. But anyway, subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. And please, guys, continue subscribing.